You know how it is, you're trying to describe someone and your brain just serves up words like nice or good. But come on, those words barely scratch the surface. In this explainer, we're going to arm you with a vocabulary that's way more precise, way more powerful, and frankly, just sounds a lot more impressive. Let's dive in.
This question. It's a classic, isn't it? You hear it in job interviews, on first dates, and it can just make your mind go completely blank. If you've ever struggled to find the perfect words for you, stick around. We're about to give your personal vocabulary a serious upgrade.
All right, let's have some fun with this. Imagine I'm holding the results of a personality test right here, and these are your results. And what's inside? Well, that's our roadmap to discovering some fantastic new words to describe people. So let's open the envelope and see what the first result is. Okay, our first set of personality results is in, and this is fascinating. The words in this group aren't just good or bad. Nope, they're double-edged. They've got tricky connotations, which means you've got to be a little careful with how you use them.
First up from our test results is the word naive. Now, this one can be a little tricky.
So, a naive person is someone who believes things a bit too easily, and it's usually because they just don't have a lot of life experience yet. A little heads up on this one. Calling someone naive can sometimes come across as an insult, so you want to use it carefully.
Think about it like this. If you told someone it was going to rain frogs tomorrow and they actually believed you, well, they're being naive. It's about a level of trust that kind of goes beyond common sense.
All right, the next word the personality test spit out for us describes a certain lack of physical grace. The word is clumsy.
Oh, we all know someone like this, right? A clumsy person is always bumping into things, tripping over their own feet, or dropping stuff. There's actually a really fun way to describe this. You can say they have butterfingers, like their fingers are so slippery they can't hold on to anything. Unlike naive, this one's usually not a serious insult, more of a lighthearted observation.
Now here is a super important distinction. The words daring and reckless both involve taking risks, but their meanings are worlds apart. A daring skydiver, that sounds brave, admirable, right? But a reckless driver? That's just dangerous. See, one person takes calculated risks while the other just completely ignores the consequences. It's all about the context.
Okay, enough of the tricky words for now. Let's look at our second set of test results. This batch is all about admirable qualities. These are the words you'll definitely want to have in your back pocket to make a great impression.
Our first admirable quality is diligent. Let me tell you, this is a huge compliment, especially in any kind of professional or school setting, and here's why.
A diligent person is basically the dream employee or student. They're careful with their work, they're thorough, and they get things done on time. It's such a fantastic way to describe a strong work ethic without just falling back on hard working.
Next up, we have a word for someone who is just masterful with language. Someone who can captivate a whole room, not just with their ideas, but with the pure beauty of their speech. The word is eloquent. And remember, eloquent is specifically about speaking. An eloquent person is just a joy to listen to. They're skilled, they're persuasive, and they can totally hold your attention. Think about a truly great public speaker or a captivating storyteller. That's eloquence.
Okay, next up, we're diving into a really fundamental part of personality, the social spectrum. This is all about where we get our energy from, whether it's from being outgoing and around lots of people, or from more introverted, quiet time.
So you've got two ends of the spectrum here. An extrovert, which is just another word for outgoing, is usually the life of the party. They get energized by being around people. On the flip side, you have an introvert, who is often more reserved, maybe a little shy, and they recharge their batteries with quiet time. The most important thing here is that neither one is better than the other. They're just different ways of moving through the world.
So, we've got all these awesome new words, but now, what do we do with them? Well, let's put them to work in a situation where your words really matter. The job interview.
Ah yes, the dreaded weakness question. It can feel like a total trap, can't it? But what if you could use it as an opportunity to shine? With the right words in your tool belt, you absolutely can. You can answer this thing strategically and with total confidence.
Okay, let's break this down. For your strengths, words like diligent and extroverted are gold. They sound professional, they're positive, they're perfect. Now for weaknesses, you gotta be smart. You never say, I'm clumsy and reckless. No way. Instead, you can take a word like daring and frame it as a weakness. Saying, sometimes I can be a little too daring, suggests you take initiative and push boundaries, which can actually be a hidden strength. See how that works?
Now to make sure all this really sticks, I've got a simple little challenge for you.
First, find one new adjective in a dictionary that you feel really describes you. Step 2, really get to know it. What's its exact meaning? What's its connotation? And finally, step 3, use it. Practice putting it in a sentence about yourself. The more you use it, the more it'll become a natural part of your vocabulary.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you've got this richer, more nuanced vocabulary, take a second and really think about it. If you had to pick just one word that truly gets to the heart of who you are, what would it be?